Hi Ben. Quite a number of the talent acquisition specialists that we're in touch with are really interested in moving into venture capital in the future as an internal talent advisor or talent acquisition specialist. As someone who's made that move with Octopus Ventures, I wondered if you'd be so kind as to share a little bit around what the role actually involves, working as a portfolio talent partner within a VC, and what might be some of the key considerations for someone coming from a conventional in-house talent acquisition role within a tech company, a software company, for them actually moving into venture capital. Thanks very much.
Hi Christian. Yes, this is something that I get a lot from peers and friends in the people and talent space. The overarching way I look at it is that it's more of a kind of macro view on how people and talent is done in technology. And what I mean by that is when we look at portfolio people and talent, we're working with a sort of circa 180 to 200 companies at one time. And so we get this macro understanding of what things work and what things don't, and most critically at what stage. There's only so much capacity we have. And when the portfolio is so big, we make sure that we sort of build scalable frameworks that we can lean on regularly and processes we've seen work and roll those out quickly, and in many cases just give them to the founders so that they and their teams can roll them out. So it's all about sort of scalability, making sure we're aware of trends and patterns in the portfolio so that we can catch things early. One of the key examples here is redundancies, and something that we were onto fairly early in the portfolio, and really there's a lot of theories around why companies get to the state of redundancies, and naturally there's runway issues, preservation of cash, but in many cases it's thoughtfulness of how to hire, scaling teams in the right ratios and understanding your product market fit, where to build a sales team, where to build a product and engineering team, when is the right time to do either. And so if we get this macro understanding of that, we can start to better predict companies' burn rate and thus lead to less redundancy outcomes, better preservation of cash, better chance of raising their next round of funding, and obviously then up into the future, hopefully leading to successful exits. For anybody looking to come in, this is really something where you're sort of stepping up into a little bit more of a kind of a strategic view on how things are done, working in collaboration with founders and CEOs in rolling out certain processes or kind of viewing and making recommendations on current processes and policies that they have in place. Each fund does people and talent differently. A lot of funds do it in a fairly light touch way, thinking about resources, connections, acumen that can support their portfolio businesses. We at Octopus do it very differently. We sort of are quite a heavyweight team split across our 5 pods, and we lean in with quite a lot of coaching, a lot of advisory support, but also more operational support as well. So whenever a company comes into our portfolio, we basically do an onboarding session which sort of lasts a couple of hours to diagnose some of those key top of mind issues. We then go away and build out these processes or frameworks that they need to be successful, and then monitor and kind of support them throughout the coming years all the way through to hopefully a successful exit. A recommendation is to find the fund that suits what it is that you're looking to do. If you're somebody that likes to roll your sleeves up and be hands-on, you want to find a company like Octopus that allows you to sort of go inside of the ropes, work with founders, even sit on boards to actually talk about sort of strategy relating to people and talent, and actually deliver on things that can be very impactful to that business. So if you're a mission-driven person, that's definitely something that I would take into account. But if you're somebody that likes to sort of look at resources side of recruitment, connecting the dots, facilitating strategy, then there are funds that are typically maybe a little bit more later stage where teams are built up and a lot of these executional disciplines are already set up for success. Then larger funds or later stage funds are probably more suited to you, where you can just connect the dots between resources, tools that people should be using, being that sort of that guiding star for them, let's say.